the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
That art lady and Gabrielle
got together,
start talking more.
Right.
And Gabrielle's like, holy shit, this is happening to more people.
Right.
And the art lady's like, holy shit,
this is happening to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people came out. More people started coming in and saying, hey, that's the guy.
Yeah.
This happened to me too.
He just like took off his pants randomly.
Yeah, I was just kind of chilling in his underwear.
And
he's
then
like,
put a pillow over like his lap.
Right.
Which was odd. Like,
yeah.
Why? If you're going to take off your pants, just sit there like that. I mean, hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today is episode 82.
82.
Yes. We watched another crazy documentary for you, The Predator of Seville on Netflix. Another wild story.
A very unfortunate one.
Yes. Super crazy in like the time frame. Like it took a long time for this case to kind of like when things started to when things ended.
Well, I mean, and it of course it's always like that. It takes just that one person to have that happen to for them to be like, nah, I'm not standing for this, and then the whole thing busts wide open.
So this story is about Gabrielle Vega. She is like the main person of the documentary. Yeah. She was a university student, like 18, 19, went off to college. She went to go study abroad in Spain, in Seville. And with like a group of a lot of other kids.
Yeah, it's like it's a study abroad program from the college.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so they went over there and they were just chilling, living life in Spain. There was a company called Discovery Excursions, which was like a tour guide place, like many of those countries have that cater to all of us.
It was meant to be like cost effective, kind of more geared towards college students. Yeah. It would take you other places and like give you an opportunity to see more of
that side of the world. Like they had little excursions to like Morocco and Portugal and all different types of things, which is really, really cool actually. So her and a group of girls from the study abroad program went on one of those trips to Morocco. Was it Morocco?
I can't remember.
I think it was. And they were chilling over there. There was one night in particular, the tour guide had told them that they have like a big party kind of like at the hotel, like where they're staying or whatever. And that, Morocco wasn't really safe at night for women and that they, should stay in the hotel, but also come to the party if they wanted to like get out. Like they kind of like make this happen at nighttime for them.
Right.
To keep
if
them
they
in.
wanted to drink, they could drink at the hotel bar.
Correct. And so a couple of them did. They went down there and they were hanging out. And they eventually ended up at the tour guide, who is Manuel. They ended up back at his hotel room or one of the girls' hotel rooms.
They all ended up back up in the same hotel room.
A hotel room. Yeah. And some weird things started happening. They were drinking and stuff. And Manuel was there with 3 other girls and he just like took off his pants randomly.
Yeah, I was just kind of chilling in his underwear
and then put a pillow over like his lap.
Right.
Which was odd. Like,
yeah.
Why? If you're going to take off your pants, just sit there like that. I mean, I understand what he was trying to do, but it was just weird, all of it. And as, Gabrielle is kind of retelling her story, she's saying that he then, that he's very flirtatious with them and asking to play like sex games and just weird stuff like truth or dare and just being very, weird. Forward. Good word. Later on that night, Gabrielle gets sleepy, doesn't feel good, goes to lay down, wakes up later, goes to the bathroom, sees her 2 other friends and Manuel in the shower together. She's like, oh shit, closes the door. A few minutes later, they come out. She goes in the bathroom to use the toilet. And Manuel goes in a few minutes later, and some assaults happen. She then kind of like still in this haze of sleep drunkenness, right, possibly drugged as well.
She's been drugged
for sure. She then, doesn't say anything to anybody.
Well, continues on. Like everybody has to pack up and go.
Yeah.
Because it's time for them to go back to
Spain,
their home country.
Yeah. And so when they get back there, she had asked the other girls briefly, were things weird that night? And they all kind of didn't say much. And she's like, well, I think I was assaulted. And that was it.
Yeah. They just kind of dropped it. They're like, well, you were in there with him for 30 minutes and then.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, her friends thought that maybe it was consensual. I don't know. But regardless of the situation, it wasn't spoke about anymore after that. Gabrielle goes home, back to the U.S.
Yeah, back to her family.
Her family's like, what the fuck happened? Because she was acting strange.
Different, right? And they're blaming it on some sort of I can't remember exactly what they called it, but basically you're depressed because you came back to your home country. And
yeah, almost like a culture shock in reverse.
Right, right.
And there's a name for that, which is strange. But I guess I can understand that.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're young. I mean, because most of these girls are 18, 19 years old. So they're still pretty young. And I know that when I was 18, 19 years old, I really, really, really wanted to do my best, everything I could to set out on my own and prove that I could do it on my own.
100%.
So when you're studying abroad, you're leveling that up a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not only are you outside the safety of your home country,
yeah,
you're in a whole new environment where men act a little weird. They take off their pants after dinner and sit there with a pillow in their lap.
Yeah.
Is that a modern Spanish man thing? I don't think so.
Right. But some of these girls thought
that that's just the way that they
and
are.
that the way that he was acting was just
so
their
wild.
culture, which is crazy to think about.
I mean, I know that in the world of dating that I have experienced, that I have been blessed to have had experiences with different ethnicities, and that they do treat you different.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I know that they have different kind of standards for, how they perceive and, how, I don't know what I'm getting at here, but they act different.
Right.
So what's normal to them is probably maybe not normal to the rest of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. And I mean, and there has to be a little bit of grace for that. But no, this guy is a total skis bag. Please do not understand. We are not trying to defend the gross stuff that he did because he took it way too far.
Way too far.
It's because to me, the first thing that I think of, the first example that comes into my mind is when the people from across the pond grab your face and then kiss.
Yeah.
Each side of your face.
Yes.
For me, that's way out of bounds.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Even, okay.
But that's normal culture for them.
No, it is.
And I mean, and that's,
even in some,
would be
my ex was Italian family and his family was like that.
Yeah.
When I met them, his dad would
mwah,
and every
mwah.
time we saw or left, it was a little cheek kiss every single time, and any of his family. And I had never experienced that in my life until I went there.
What a culture shock for you.
I was like, what is going on?
Get your hands off my head.
And then my hairdresser out there, he was Cuban and he would do the same thing. The first time I met him, I was there for my appointment. He's like, oh, hello, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh gosh, this is a thing out here. Okay. I just need to be prepared for people to kiss
Everybody's
my cheek.
just going to be all up in my fucking blush.
I was never the one to to initiate. I would feel so weird doing that.
Dude, are you kidding me?
But I could always tell if someone was coming in for it, and so I would just prepare. This is so weird. I didn't grow up. I grew up in
board, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
in the desert. We don't do that type of stuff out there.
It's a handshake at best.
With all the Native Americans, no, hilarious. So Gabrielle tries to live her life back in the U.S. And her parents start questioning, what is going on?
There's something more. There's something
deeper happening here.
Right.
And I think that she just had a crash out moment. And she was like, I have to, she started having really bad thoughts.
She did. She started having like super, she started having breaks.
Yes.
And so then she's like, I just have to tell my parents. So she goes off and she tells her mom, and her mom's like, why don't you come here, hang out with us? We'll get through this together. No big deal. And then I love the fact that she took the opportunity to participate in the art exhibit, which kicked off the whole rest of this investigation.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Her family was super supportive.
Right. Well, I mean, God forbid. I mean, yes, they should be. As they should be.
Yeah, but like, you just never know how people are going to react sometimes. Not that any parent would like shun their kid
because,
for
like,
that.
I kind of played that in my mind. I'm like, I understand why you wouldn't want to tell your parents this, because there's a little bit of shame in that, because there's a bunch of I told you so's.
Right.
You know, I thought you were more vigilant. I thought you knew better.
Why weren't you aware? Yeah.
Why would you put yourself in that situation?
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of that comes with it. So I get why
for sure
you don't want to go to the people that taught you those tricks of the trade and be like, hey, I messed up.
Yeah. Especially when it's like something like that.
When it's got that big of a consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she, so after when they were kind of going through everything, years kind of go by and she's just kind of trying to heal and live life or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, did something spark her to post on social media, or did she just decide to?
She got the opportunity at that art exhibit and she put herself into the art show. And so the person who was putting on the art exhibit, so basically this exhibit was, you basically go in and tell your truth. You go and tell like your best day and your worst day.
Yes.
And she's like, well, I've got a worst day. Something happened to me. So she submits her story to this, or her tagline to this.
It was like an audio message that she sent in.
And I mean, and it was a really great, I mean, it was really artfully done. I appreciate the effort there. I can't remember the right name for it, but basically the lady who put the whole exhibit together was like, hey, wait a minute.
This story,
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds like what happened to me and my friends when we were out in...
They were in a different city.
They were in a different city, but it was the same Discovery excursions. Yeah, they were out.
Yeah, and so that art lady and Gabrielle
got together,
start talking more.
Right. And
Gabrielle's like, holy shit, this is happening to more people.
Right.
And the art lady's like, holy shit,
this is happening to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And so then she gets on Facebook, she gets on socials and goes, hey, you know, the person who essayed me is still out there. Please repost this. And she went through her entire friends list. She's like, send it to people.
Messaging people privately. She was posting like everywhere.
Came in.
And so that was like the catalyst to this whole shebang opening up. So Gabrielle went to Spain in 2013.
Right.
She didn't start posting on social media about that until 2018, I believe. Mm-hmm. So that's quite a little difference there.
And I mean, you kind of run into a bit of a conflict because you're like, how do I report this in a foreign country?
Yeah.
I mean, she brought up the fact that she didn't even know the word. She didn't even know how to describe
what
happened to her.
In Spanish, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, and I know that they're there to learn that, and, you know, that's a part of the program.
Yeah.
But like, even still.
Well, and
like,
she was
I mean,
probably scared to
go
to the police in another country.
These girls are 18, 19 years old, and they are looking at these tour guides because these tour guides are presented to them as like
trustful people.
Let me be your guide. I will keep you safe.
Yes.
You know, and all of these other things. Like they come in with this air of trust that you should have for them. And then he goes off and just straight up betrays it. So you don't really know who to turn to when something yucky like that happens to you.
Especially in another country.
Right.
When you don't know how
because
shit
the last
goes on
thing
out
you want
there.
to do, I mean, especially in some of these cases that we've gone through, the last thing you want to do is tell the cops because all of a sudden you're guilty.
Right.
Because you got assaulted.
Right. And then all of a sudden you're in some fucking jail in Spain.
Because, yeah, the shoes you wore were blue that day.
Right.
Like, it's not
crazy.
Good.
Yeah,
it's
not good.
good.
No. So her social media post essentially
just explodes.
Creates this huge thing.
Over 55 women responded to Gabrielle.
Yeah. 55 women that had similar stories.
Similar story to what had happened to her.
the hotel room, the fact that there was always only 3 girls.
Right. The fact that, I mean, there was a bunch of like games and truth
The
or dare
games, the
and the
drinking,
drinking and
the flirting
and the feeling like they've been drugged. Like it was the same MO over and over
every
and
single
over
time.
and over and over again. And it's sick the fact that he gets away with it every time because
and every girl
they just recycle through. There's a new tour group every
however
months. Whatever the frequency is, which is wild because it's like nobody's reporting this. These are all Americans.
Yeah.
In a foreign country. Well, not all Americans, I don't know. But like at least the people,
a lot of them
the majority
were,
of people in the story came forward were from the US. And it's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Manuel was the owner of Discovery Excursions.
Right.
And I don't know if he had like other guides, like a part of his
He did.
thing.
He had like a little company. So he had other like liaisons or like other guys that would take other people out on tours and like explain like the city or the scenery or whatever. I mean, he had a whole team. It would be guys and girls.
Right.
Sort of thing. But
it's interesting that like he was always I'm not trying to like say he was always singled out, but like I'm wondering if anybody else within his company
was doing the same
thing.
I think he was like cherry picking
about what he was doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure the guys did because as a part of this research, I went ahead and listened to another story that happened. A girl went on a podcast and explained her side of it because she was in the group. We haven't talked about this yet. She was in the group with the girl who passed.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, in the end of all of these social media inquiries coming into Gabrielle, one of them comes up and it's Lauren's mother saying that Manuel Blanco killed my daughter.
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh my gosh, this is way bigger than him just like touching people.
And also, just real quick, Gabrielle did take another trip back to Spain to file a police report. Didn't she? One of the girls did.
Somebody did.
I don't know if it was her, but one of the girls, I'm pretty sure it was her. But she did go back and file a police report with Spain. So it was like there on file, I guess.
Right.
But they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I don't think it was Gabrielle. It was another girl. Because a few different girls had came in the show and were talking about like their experiences and their stories.
I do believe maybe one of the other girls had like...
Because she had showed it. Yeah, she's like, here's my police report. And she's like, they did nothing. Which is crazy.
Right.
So yeah, she I just lost my train of thought.
The mother
Lauren,
of the girl who passed.
Yeah, Lauren. So that story is crazy too because there was like police involved for that. And essentially, so Manuel had like an apartment, like a high rise or whatever. And she essentially fell over the balcony. And they ruled it as a self-checkout.
Yeah, or as like an accident.
And Manuel didn't get charged with anything or whatever. He was just chilling. But they did reinvestigate that case when everything kind of came to fruition from all these social media posts and stuff because everything was getting really heightened because Gabrielle was getting so much action and responses. I'm pretty sure there was like news floating around, started circling around in Spain, and she went on a TV show and talked about it.
Yeah, she went on a TV show and told her story.
A Today show or something like that.
And then a bunch of people came out. More people started coming in and saying, hey, that's the guy.
Yeah.
This happened to me too. And then I think that's when
Lauren's mom
reached out.
And so it was just this perpetual
the fact that it keeps
thing,
cascading,
like building,
more
building,
women
building.
are coming forward and saying, hey, this also happened to me too.
Yeah.
I mean,
so crazy.
I understand that behind the movement, but it was insane. Like I don't.
The
fact that he got away with it for so long because
so long.
I mean, if we were just to start a timeline from 2013 to 2025 is when he was finally convicted. I mean, that's a long time.
12 years, dude.
That's a long time. But you also have to consider this man is in his 40s, right? So how long has he owned Discovery Excursions? How long has he been doing this? Because we don't know. I mean, we only know about the cases that came up to Gabrielle.
Right.
I mean, there's probably a whole nother book full
Oh yeah.
of people prior.
Yeah. And there's probably people in other countries that went to Spain for study abroad programs.
And suffered the same consequence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just super sad that the fact that it was just like literally the same MO over and over and over and over and over again. And nobody
Can stop him. Like,
yeah,
it's just
nobody said anything
rinse,
until
wash, repeat.
until Gabrielle said something in 2018. So like you said, like how long prior to that was he doing this?
consistently
And getting, yeah, like that is just crazy. And the fact that like, I don't know, it just took so long to get him to a convicted state.
Yeah, to get him into court.
And what's crazy is, so in 2025, as you said, he got convicted. He got a total time of 8.5 years.
That's it.
Which is wild. But he was also, after the conviction, he was released a week later while he's waiting for his prison sentence to finalize.
He's also in appeals.
Yes. So, okay, like I have a hard time, and they're like, yeah, we let him go because we didn't feel he was a flight risk. I'm sorry. Someone like that,
he's a tour guide. He leaves the country
would be
constantly.
a flight risk.
Right.
100%.
Right. It's
like, why would they think that he would not flee the country before his prison sentence? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
We trust him.
And like, especially like he abruptly closed his business in Spain during all of that.
I think because he had to.
Well, yeah, he had to, but like, obviously he had to, but like the fact that he did that instead of trying to like continually play it off, you know, like he just abruptly closed.
He's like, nah, I'm not dealing with it on
Lock
this
the
end.
doors and put a fucking sign on the door.
Tries to like rehash his company and turn it into like same pig, different paint.
Yep.
And it's like, this is not your dude.
No.
That's wild.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what all of these girls went through. And like, I'm sure nothing was said earlier because of the fact that it was in a different country.
Well, I mean, even when it got to the point of like the prosecution, when it came, like push came to shove and they went to trial, like she had all of these stories, all of these statements from all of these women, and then it dropped down to like 3.
Yeah.
Like all of these ladies bowed out and said, no, I can't go to trial.
They didn't want to testify.
I don't want to testify.
Which is crazy. So they did the whole everyone testifying and sharing their stories basically like remote. So everyone like was on video, you know? But that is wild to me.
Because it makes sense if she started pressing charges in 2018, 2019, 2020 COVID.
Yeah.
It's probably when proceedings
the trial was going.
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
It's wild to me though that many women chose not to say something.
That's hard, man. Because it's like you have to get up there and retell your story.
I know.
You have to relive
one of the
worst days of your life.
Yeah. And I mean, I personally have never been essayed, thankfully. I know friends who have or have had like close encounters. I've had close encounters. Thankfully I was able to get away, or like I've been in situations with friends where I'm like, whoa. Like you need to not do that to her, you know, shit like that. And I just grab my friend and we fucking bounce, you know what I mean? But like, I just can't imagine like knowing that if I could have helped, like, what if more girls were able to get him more time in prison?
Right.
More statements got him more time in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of the girls was saying, I'm just glad that he has to have that label, you know, that he
has to wear that scarlet letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like that, I don't know. I just feel like that would be the only way for them to get back at him would be to relive the worst day of their life.
Yeah, basically.
You know, which sucks. However, do it for everyone else.
Sometimes
too,
you gotta do hard things. Well, and I mean, some of the girls did, but it was only like the original 3.
Yeah.
Which is sad for Gabrielle.
Sad. And the Gabrielle's friends that were with her that night
were like, she
testified
interest.
And
she wanted him.
Didn't like
Didn't help her case out.
Did not help the case out at all.
She was not a friend.
No,
she had no friends.
They were not. No. So I'm wondering if those girls consensually were in the shower with Manuel, or if it was a forced situation.
I don't know, man. I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't know. Again, what story did they want to tell?
Right. What do they want to believe in their own brain? What are they telling themselves? You know, because maybe they don't want to admit to themselves that it was a non-consensual situation.
Yeah, maybe they don't. Maybe they can't relive it because they don't quite really remember all the details. Because our brains are really smart about protecting us from crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, especially when you have extra drugs on top of it to kind of wipe those memories.
It's wild because I remember growing up and going to clubs and going out drinking and things like that, and that's kind of right around when. I mean, I know that. Spiking people's drinks has been around since time. Like, we've been spiking people's drinks for a while. But all of the never leave your drink unattended, still a good rule. Yes. No matter where you go, you know, don't get a drink from anybody that you don't know. Yeah. Because you don't know what's in it. No. Like, it's all a matter of just staying vigilant. And unfortunately, again, these girls are like, I trust this dude because I was told to trust this guy. Right. So bottoms up. And I mean, of course, you're 18, 19, 20.
In a foreign country.
Like,
of course,
you're feeling hot and young. Yeah. Of course, you're going to have fun.
Yes. Yeah. I don't fault those girls at all for just trying to have an experience.
Trying to live a little.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we've all had experiences at 18, 19, 20 years old. You know? That some good, some bad, you know,
and those experiences kind of shape us.
Like hopefully most of them are good and not the bad, like crazy. Gabrielle experienced, you know, but like it is shitty that it is something that women
and only 8 years, man.
Like, this may be unpopular question, but do men ever get their drinks spiked?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, do men ever get in situations?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Absolutely, they do.
I mean,
all is fair in love and war.
Yeah, I mean
because
you don't hear about that type of stuff.
Because are you kidding me? It's way harder for them to talk about it than it is for us.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because people kind of, and this sounds bad. I'm sorry, guys, but people kind of expect it from us, right? Because we're women and we're the ones that get like preyed upon. And for a guy, unfortunately, the way that society has like stereotyped us. Yeah. That is not something that they can ever talk about and then remain a man. Right. Which I get it. It's not good for anybody to go through that. No matter what gender you are.
No, it was just a random thought.
And I imagine it's got to be even harder for them to come forward and be like, hey, this happened to me. Yeah. And I need help. Or we need to put this person away, or whatever the case may be, because it's not good for anyone. No. I mean, but it's proven that it's fair.
It's fair game, I guess. Yeah. Obviously you probably wouldn't hear about that as much as women because of like the big Me Too movement,
because there's some camaraderie there. There's a lot of girls that I think have had a similar experience, and so we can like kind of rally behind that
for sure.
And so then we're like, yeah, I get you, I'm here, I support you. And then I don't unfortunately see that for our gentlemen in situations like that.
Unfortunately not.
So
it sucks that our world is kind of like that
still.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to like, I don't go out to bars and stuff like now, you know, but like I have bonus daughters, you know, that like to go out in their 20s, you know, and I'm constantly like, please be just so careful. Please like, please just use the buddy
traveling
system.
Packs.
Like,
yeah.
You know, like just
be smart.
Yeah, please.
Anybody who seems creepy is creepy.
Yes.
Just don't.
If you get bad vibes, like get the fuck out of there, you know, go somewhere else. Yeah. Like call me, call someone if you need to, you know, like it's scary. And like, I don't even recall my parents telling me shit like that when I was a kid. When I was older, when I was like 18, 19 and like on my way to New York before I moved there, like they told me a bunch of stuff. Well, my dad did, obviously. Right. And like growing up, my dad and my parents both kind of like instilled these things in me in safety somehow, measures. Some way, you know? Yeah. But like they didn't specifically like tell me you know,
Right.
about like be aware of your drinks when you're out at parties or this or that, you know.
I mean, but you also have to consider, like, I don't think it was as popular.
Right.
Or we weren't talking about it as much.
Right. In the late 90s.
It wasn't as documented as much when our parents were going out to bars.
Right.
I know it was still happening.
Yeah.
But it probably wasn't. I mean, we also have, thank goodness, social media. And I mean, honestly, this story wouldn't have the gravity that it does if it didn't have social media.
Yeah.
Because there would have been no way for those people to reach out to her.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess they could have like sent her a letter. She could have put her address up there if we didn't have it. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
it wouldn't have been an instantaneous thing.
The fact that we have these platforms to be able to say, hey, this happened to me. This is my experience. This is how I'm surviving, coping, and thriving, you know, and as long as this message gets out to someone and helps them, then, you know, good for me.
Right.
You know, not good for me, but like good for the cause. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's one of those things where I don't think we got a lot of attention to that before we have this like really easy open platform to just say whatever we want, whenever we want.
It's so crazy.
Because now we can just, I mean, I can come up with some crazy bullshit, put it up on the internet about you tomorrow. And then you're stuck fighting that down for the next at least 3 months. And it's coming from me. So people are like, I don't know. It could be true or not.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, the world is wild in all ways now, you know?
Right.
And it's just, I mean, 2013, it seems so long ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I mean, there were still socials and Snapchat and WhatsApp and all of that was still flying.
Yeah. And
kind of like the height.
It blows my mind that nobody else had said anything up until she said something.
I think there was probably more reported cases, but again, they just probably got squashed so fast.
Right.
Because
the only thing that came up.
Stop wasting my time, I think is what the cop said to the girl who filed the police report.
Yeah. Someone during the case had brought up the only time that they said that there was something that was like coincidental was when Lauren, the girl who died, when that case kind of surfaced again and they were re-looking at that situation, he was like, that's interesting because somebody else 2 years prior had reported a similar situation with this guy.
Right.
And he was like, that's too much of a coincidence.
We're connecting too many dots here, Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? Like,
weird.
You just are now figuring that out?
Well, again, I don't know how they handle their cases over there in Spain. Like,
they're probably like these dumb American girls. Like,
right,
you know,
most
like,
likely because
I feel like that's how like their perception of
probably because a bunch of dumb American girls have gone over there and got their hands smacked and now like no representation
or gotten in trouble or were acting crazy and being outlandish
or this shit's actually happening to them and then now they have no merit.
Right.
Which is sad because they're just, you know, dumb Americans. I mean, I get it. I put that voice on it. It makes it worse.
But like, that's how it seems like they treated or looked at them. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, in the severity, 8 years for 50 women. I mean, I know they didn't charge him with that, but like, come on.
Yeah.
There's too much there.
To not pay attention. It would be interesting to see how like an American judicial system would handle a case like that. I don't know, man. I mean, our system's just as fucked up, but true. It would be interesting to see if he got more than 8 years. Probably. I love how they gave 8.5. Like, what's the half? Like,
if he's good, we'll knock that half off.
I guess, you know, like, come on.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's freaking wild. Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
No, just mind your beverages, ladies.
Yeah, watch your drinks, you know.
Stay vigilant.
Be aware.
Take this auntie advice.
Take advice from us 40-somethings. All you youngins out there.
Knock on something solid. Partying. No one slipped anything in any of my beverages. But of course, I've been a very big, loud, looming essence in most every room that I've ever walked in.
Yeah, so. I don't think I've ever had something in my drink.
But like again, I've always kind of traveled in packs.
Me too.
And
I always kept like my drink in my hand. Like I never, if I set it down, it was done.
I can't go back for it.
No, I would get a new drink.
That was
or
just-
it was done.
Yeah.
I drank it all.
And I wouldn't, like, if it wasn't the guy that I went there with, I wouldn't take a beverage from a guy.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't
Yeah.
just have some like random Charlie come from the bar and be like, here's your beverage.
Yeah, no.
I'd be like, thanks. No, thanks.
Yeah, no. Sometimes when I would play shows, people would like to buy us
That's
drinks.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's go to the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get it together.
Yeah.
So that way I can get it from someone I trust, like
Yeah.
a bartender.
Yeah, like
but
the bartender
even
that
in
I
like
know.
Manu's situation, I mean, he had it in with all the bartenders and
Yeah.
stuff, which is scary.
It is.
Because it means
That
he's
is
been
scary.
running this racket for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, did they not talk to anybody else involved in his
Right. Like,
business?
wasn't there like
or-
enough little things like stacked up to be like, this guy's up to something? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how they do it over there in Spain.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a whole other like.
It is a whole nother judicial system.
Maybe it's a hard word.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds me. I shouldn't say reminds me. It's similar, like Epstein vibes.
Ooh, yeah.
Like his little like ring over there of
There's
people
still-
because
I mean, all these girls are 18, 19, 20.
yeah,
18, 19.
teen, not
Yeah.
even old enough to drink.
In
Well,
the US.
actually, yeah. I was like,
Over there they are.
yeah, of course.
Again, it's different.
Oh, yay. Wild stories. So, guys, if you are traveling out of the country, going out on a girls' night,
Just be vigilant.
be vigilant, be aware, hold your drinks, trust the people that you're with. If shit feels off, get the fuck out.
I mean, there's better shit to do.
There really is. Like,
He's really
you
not
don't
that
need
cute.
to be
You know what
hanging
I'm
out
saying?
at bars anyways.
He's just a guy.
You're not going to meet your Mr. Wonderful at a bar. Maybe you will.
Who knows?
Who knows? But the chances are not very likely, in my opinion.
Before this hooks a hard left.
No, you could meet Mr. Wonderful at a bar.
Yeah, well, I
you
mean,
could meet
are you
Mr.
kidding?
Wonderful
That's
anywhere.
how our generation used to do it.
No,
I mean,
I know.
even the generations after us don't even go to bars
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean, technically, Trevor and I met at a bar because we were at a music show, which is a bar.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I met my husband at work. His work, but work.
Work.
Yeah.
Work or bars, I guess.
It's the only place you find love.
No, but for real though, especially because nowadays dating apps are like 10 times worse than meeting people in bars. I feel like not gonna go down that hole, but I'm just saying if you're on dating apps, be exceptionally aware of the creepers.
There's crazies
because
out there,
I've heard some crazy stories
Yeah.
from my single friends on dating apps, and I'm like, thank God
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that.
Amen.
Anyways, guys, we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
From truth or lies, we'll call it out. They whisper gossip, but we shout. Pop culture queens and headphones clear.